Hello everybody and welcome to today's reading. Today's reading is a future spouse reading and I want to see what signs you are going to see before you meet your future spouse. So if you want to find out the indications that your future spouse is on your way into your life, I need you to pick a pile. We have pile number 1 with the carnelian heart, pile number 2 with the black obsidian, pile number 3 is the new jade heart, and pile number 4 is the Picasso jasper. I highly recommend that you go with your first instinct. Spirit is going to guide you to the pile which has the most relevant information for you, and I shall see you in your reading. Hello there, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Let's have a look and see what signs you are going to see before you meet your future spouse. So instantly, I was so pleased to see this card. We got abundance. Now you are going to experience some kind of abundance. Now this could be a promotion at work, this could be some unexpected income, or it could be something like a car. You're able to purchase your dream car, or you're finally have saved enough money to buy your own house. Either way, you are going to feel so abundant before your future spouse comes into your life. And I do think this is going to be more superficial kind of abundance because the lady here is kind of dancing in money. So I do really feel like it's going to be some kind of financial achievement, and you are going to experience this before you meet your future spouse. Now I think this is going to gain you so much inner confidence, and I think what this abundance is going to do is it's going to feed your heart. It's going to open up that heart chakra, so you're actually going to start being more magnetic to people. And it's all because of this abundance. Now you don't need to flash this abundance to magnetize people towards you. It's gonna be in your energy. Like you're gonna hold your head a little bit higher than you have before. You're gonna stand up a little bit straighter. You're gonna know that you have options and you have choices and you never have to settle. And this is really going to show. This is gonna up your attractiveness. Now it doesn't mean that your physical appearance is going to change in any ways, but people are gonna look at you a little bit differently, and I think this is what's going to bring in that future spouse. Now I definitely feel when it comes to your future with your future spouse, you need to have this element of independence before you meet this person, because if you don't have this element of independence, you have the tendency to be codependent. And I get this because we've got the chaser here, and the chaser is all about codependent relationships. Now I do think you're very emotional. You love love, you love to be in love, and I do think you have thought you've been in love with previous partners, and then after the relationship ends you're like, whoa, that wasn't love. But you love being in love in the moment. You love the moment and you treat every relationship like it's going to last forever. And this abundance is going to give you that independence so that you always hold your own within your relationship with your future spouse. You never need your future spouse. You're only with your future spouse because you want to be with him or her, not because you need to be with him or her. And that is why this abundance needs to happen first. Now, I definitely think you are going to see images of your future spouse before you actually meet them with camera and photograph. Now I don't know whether this is going to be fleeting images online, whether they're going to keep popping up in your suggested friends and you see their face and you're like, oh yeah, they're nice, and then you just move on with your day and move on with your life, or whether you meet them at work. I mean, this could be anywhere we're talking about right now, but you could meet them at work and they pop up as employee of the month and you see their face. And I definitely think you're going to see a photograph or an image of your future spouse before you actually meet them. And I do feel like you're going to turn up somewhere and there's the person on the photograph and you're like, oh, oh, there they are. Like, it's going to be that kind of recognition. You recognize them from a photograph. Now I also don't know whether your future spouse has been on television or has been on a video online or something like that, and maybe that is also how you meet them, because you have seen them on some kind of platform somewhere and then you bump into them in real life, and that's like a bit of a conversation starter for you. So we also have the Nine of Pentacles for you, which also talks about affluence and abundance, and this is you. This is where you are going to be at when your future spouse comes into your life. Independent, you've got your own money, you've got your own goddamn everything, and you are very happy. I do think you're still going to want love and you're still going to be open to love, but you are going to be very happy and enjoying life when you meet your future spouse. Now, when it comes to your future spouse's energy, we've got Sagittarius. This could mean that your future spouse is a Sagittarius sun, moon, rising, Venus, or North Node. But I also think this could be talking about the potential of meeting potentially abroad or on holiday, or even in a university, in a university, a course, maybe an online course. You're on the same course, you see an image of them, maybe you see them on Zoom, and then you actually bump into them in real life. But this Sagittarius energy is also that expansive energy that you're going to be feeling anyway because of this new abundance that you've gained. And I do think your future spouse shares the same kind of abundance. Whether they've just received abundance or whether they've always been fairly abundant, this is what's going to bring you both together. Because you're both going to have these expansive magnetic hearts, and naturally, it's pure science, baby. You are going to be magnetized towards each other. You are now an energetic match. So your future spouse is abundant. They are already abundant. They're already radiating that abundance from their heart, and they're just waiting for you to go ping up on the abundance radar, and then you are going to magnetize together. That sounds disgusting. You're going to go, that's better. Now, I do feel like you're going to, I feel like before you meet your future spouse, you're either going to be on holiday or you are going to be going on a regular walk that you regularly do, and you normally go on sunset. And you may sit and watch this sunset and think, I'm ready to sit and watch the sunset with somebody else now. And I do think that is something that is going to, you're either going to say it out loud or you're going to say it in your head whilst watching the sunset. And you don't realise that that is you telling your angels, I'm ready for him. And it's really going to snowball from then. Like, you're going to meet your future spouse really soon after that moment. Now, I do feel like you have had a past life connection with your future spouse, so when you meet them, it's going to be like you are meeting an old friend. You're going to know you're a match instantly because you've got that same energy, but also their conversation is going to flow so easily with you guys. And I do feel like it's going to be an instant attraction. There's going to be no slowness with this. It's going to be like, right, we connect emotionally, we connect mentally, and you are going to make moves quite quickly with this person. Now, I do think the angels are going to be sending you signs and synchronicities before this person comes. And I do think the angels are going to test you a little bit. I think the angels are going to throw some other suitors in your path, potentially at the same time or before your future spouse. As I said, with this abundance, you're going to be very magnetic. So you are going to get more attention than usual. And you may already get a lot of attention. You're thinking, gosh, I don't know if I can handle any more. Well, more is coming. And I do feel like the angels are going to test to see whether you are ready for this person by throwing a few suitors in. I think you've already decided the kind of person you want. And I do think this is why the angels are doing this, why the angels are testing you, because they want to see whether you practice what you preach. So you may go on a couple of dud dates, or even dates that are fairly good, but it's very important that you don't cut corners when it comes to the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And this is what the angels are testing you with. I do feel like there may be another lesson that you're still waiting to learn, and the angels are kind of conversing up in the skies and saying, Does pile number one need to go learn this lesson through another relationship, or can pile number one learn this lesson by bypassing, by understanding that this is wrong, by understanding that this is not the person that they want? I really hope that made sense. It makes sense in my head. I don't know if I communicated it properly, but the angels are like, okay, we could bypass another relationship for pile number one to learn this lesson. Because if you see that you don't like a certain characteristic in someone, the angels are going to see that as you know that lesson already, okay? And this is why they're going to test you to see whether you're ready for your future spouse. So beware for duds, dud dates, dud suitors, okay? Please stick to what you want in a partner, because believe me, you can get what you want. You just have to be patient and determined to find that person. Okay. So, I feel 777 with you. This could be 7 on its own, 77. 3 sevens, 4 sevens, okay? It could be the sevens. Look out for the sevens. The sevens are showing that the abundance is coming, or the abundance has arrived, and it is this that's going to magnetize you to your future spouse. So look out for those sevens, because that could be the sign that your future spouse is coming, along with that abundance. And I do feel like sexual connection is very strong with you guys as well, because we do have the carnelian crystal. You chose the carnelian, and the carnelian boosts energy and libido, okay? So this may be one of the signs that you may see in the dud dates, the dud people, the people who, the suitors who are not worthy to be your future spouse, because you may easily bypass a sexual connection with somebody because they have the same values as you. Maybe they like traveling like you do, maybe they have a good job like you, but you are really looking for that sexual connection there. So look out for that, because when your future spouse comes in your life, you are not going to be able to help yourself with them. You're not going to be able to keep your hands off each other. You are going to be so highly attracted to each other, and I do think this is going to remain throughout the relationship, the whole marriage, because you two have a very strong soul connection. You've had lifetimes with each other. When you get in bed with each other, you're going to know where to touch, you're going to know where to kiss, because you've already had this person's body in a past lifetime. And I mean, this is legit. You guys have had a past lifetime together. Oh my gosh. And as I said that, past life relationship, soulmate connection. Yes, this is your soulmate, okay? This is your soulmate. They come from a past life. And very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now, okay? If you haven't made a very strict list of what you want in your future spouse, make it now. But again, this is also telling you your future spouse is coming very soon, but the angels may throw in a few curveballs just to make sure that you're definitely ready to meet your future spouse, okay? So you've got to know what you want, guys. You've got to know what you want before you meet your future spouse. Okay, pile number one, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, please drop it a like, and if you feel comfortable to do so, please comment down below. If you like content like this, please subscribe, because I love making content like this for you, and I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. Let's have a look and see what signs you will see before your future spouse comes into your life. So, we got the boat and the clock to begin with. Now, I do think you need to let go of something. You need to let go of a past relationship, potentially, but I actually want to go further back into like a family connection. Potentially you were brought up in a family where you didn't feel safe to express your emotions. I'm not sure whether you had very tough parents, and if you cried, they were like, stop crying, or it could have actually been quite a cold home or a very professional home. But either way, you're letting go of something. You are healing from something in the past. Now, this could be a past relationship where you weren't allowed to express yourself, or you weren't allowed to express your emotions. But this could easily be as far back as family, friendships growing up. This could have been something that's programmed into you at a very young age. Now, I do feel like you do struggle with relationships, okay? I do feel like you could be somebody who gets in and out of relationships a lot. They end a lot. Or you could be somebody who's completely just like, I don't do relationships. Like one of those people who've been single for years and years and years and years, and people don't understand. People may say like, how are you single? And it's like, because I want to be single. But it's because there's a blockage emotionally with you. And this is why previous partnerships haven't been as successful in the past, because you have never been fully open and true to yourself. You've never been able to openly say, I love you. Like maybe you've said I love you in the past through circumstance rather than through actually meaning it and saying it completely randomly. Okay? So I do think you will go through some kind of healing around whatever this is. And I do think you will learn to allow your emotions to flow for you. You'll learn that allowing your emotions to flow is actual freedom within you. And I think you'll see that you will gain a lot more in life as soon as you allow these emotions to flow. Okay. I do think these closed off emotions may be limiting you with your career as well. I do think there may be a connection there. It's like you've put a dam when it comes to your emotions, but it's also damned like your creative energy. So you could have a good job, you know, you could be making a decent amount of money, but it just doesn't go any further. Again, matching those relationships where it's like, I can get a job, I'm smart, I got the credentials, but it just doesn't go any further. There's constant dead end, constant dams. And I do think when you deal with this emotional flow within you and you allow the river to flow within you, you're going to find that your career also has that same kind of flow. Okay, because you're very closed off to your intuition, so you don't know, you're struggling to know what moves to make. You're thinking very logically all the time. It's always it's head over heart, always head over the heart with you. Like even relationships you get with people who you think are good for you, not who feel good for you. And this is something that you need to, I want to say get over, but it's something that you need to sort out within you first, because this person, your future spouse, is going to feel good. You need to have that emotional connection with this person, because otherwise it's not going to end up in marriage. And that's why you need to do this beforehand. You need to heal this beforehand. Now, I do actually sense that your future spouse may have a connection to work. I don't know whether you work with this person or whether they end up being a customer or you meet them in their work. I do sense this connection with work. And you know, I'm probably going to find this with most of these readings, but the South Node keeps coming up and that keeps telling me that you have a past life connection with this person. This could even be someone that you've had a past life business partnership with. You've worked with this person before. Look, it's come to me, guys. In the past life, you've had that mental connection. You have completed the soul contract where you guys have a mental business professional relationship. And when you meet this person, you're probably going to notice that mental connection. You just know each other. You know how each other ticks. But you didn't complete the emotional connection in the past life. And in this lifetime, you guys are going for that emotional life lesson. Okay? You were business partnerships in a past life, or you worked together very closely. Okay? Okay. So the emotions are very, very important here, and you guys are not going to meet unless that heart is open, unless those emotions are flowing. Water is it's got a connection to magnetism. The moon, in the magnetism between the moon and the water. When your emotions are flowing, your future spouse is going to energetically sense that, and you're going to be drawn together. It's that's going to magnetize you both together. Because we've got the Knight of Cups here and the King of Cups. And I do think you have reached a point in your life where you do feel ready to give your cup to somebody, but a knight isn't mature enough to do so. You are currently the Knight of Cups and you're heading towards becoming the King of Cups here. Okay, you have a bit of progression to do when it comes to your emotions. And when we look at your future spouse, they are very watery. They are Neptune. This represents your future spouse. They could be Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, even a Pisces North Node. And they are not going to want a mental connection only. They want that emotion. They want someone who can openly express how they feel, good or bad. Like, they love that. They are Neptune. They are the deep, deep ocean. And at the moment you are learning how to fill a cup, okay? But you have this progression to do. As soon as you connect to your intuition, you start being guided by your intuition rather than your logic, you're going to know you're ready and you're going to know that that future spouse is coming. And you need to master these emotions in this lifetime, because this isn't only how you're going to meet your future spouse, but this is how you are going to complete this life contract. It's all about emotions in this life. And this is, you could have a water North Node. If you know your birth chart and you can check whether your North Node is in Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces, please check, because this could be why you have this resistance towards being openly emotional. Okay, because it's part of your life journey to be openly emotional, to feel safe with your open emotions. And your future spouse is going to really take care of your emotions, and they're going to be able to understand you. Even if you've got an issue, if you say to them like, I'm so hurt because you did this thing and I know you didn't mean it but it hurts, you know, they're not the person who's going to say, oh, get over it. They're going to say, I'm so sorry, like, I didn't mean to do it and I won't do it again, but I want you to know that I'm extremely sorry. Like, they're that kind of person. Maybe you had a narcissistic parent growing up and this is why you had to close yourself off. You're safe now. And if this was a narcissistic past boyfriend or girlfriend, again, I'm telling you, you are safe now to be open emotionally. And you have the ability to make this an obstacle. But this is currently, you know what? Your future spouse is waiting for you right now. Like, right now, your future spouse is single and they are waiting for you. And you are currently the obstacle in between you both, because you're not yet at the King of Cups. And the sooner you do this, the sooner you're going to meet them. The only thing getting in between you both right now is this lack of safety to be openly emotional. And once you've accomplished this with 888, and I do think you could be seeing, as soon as you have cleared this karmic, am I in focus? As soon as you have cleared this karmic loop of not being able to be openly emotional, I do think you're going to start seeing the 8s. You're going to see, you're going to have a, you're going to resonate with the number 8, 88, 888 or 8888. You're going to start seeing the 8s. And this is to show you that you have completed this emotional transition, okay? And as soon as you've completed that, you know that your Neptunian, deep, dark waters, future deep dark isn't always bad, is it? Deep dark waters is going to come into your life, right? And your future spouse as well is very mystical. They're going to be like no one that you've ever met before. There's going to be something about them, and it's because they are very intuitive. They could be quite psychic as well, but they could also be into like mysticism and things like that, something that maybe you haven't been used to. But I think what they're going to do is they're going to show you how intuitive you actually are. And I do think they're going to give you, together you're going to have like a spiritual upgrade. Okay, I do think your future spouse is very spiritual now, but I do think you're both going to have a spiritual upgrade together, and you're going to be like, whoa, why have I not been living this like, why have I not been connected to my emotions before? Because my intuition is on point. on point. I also think you are going to, I don't know whether one of your deal breakers is somebody's eyes. Like, you need to see the trust in someone's eyes. If you have had a previous narcissistic kind of relationship in the past that has force you to be closed off, you probably notice that in the people with the narcissism, there was no soul in their eyes. This might be something you noticed. They had dead eyes. And you know that when it comes to your future spouse, someone that you're going to be open with and feel safe with, they need to have very trusting, and you need to be able to see their soul in their eyes. So I do think you're particularly looking for the eyes. And when you meet your future spouse, you're going to know straight away just by looking in their eyes, okay? Okay, so what else have we got, Spirit? What other messages do we have for pile number 2? Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And I do feel like you are controlling your emotions right now. You can try to hold back your emotions. You don't let the river flow. And as soon as you let it flow, your future spouse is coming. Always forgetting to talk about the crystal, guys, so I'm so sorry about that. You chose the black obsidian crystal, and the black obsidian is connected to the root chakra, but it also helps with grounding and feeling safe. And it's just feeling safe, allowing your emotions to flow and allowing yourself to be emotional with somebody, you know, completely emotionally transparent. Okay, pile number 2, that was your reading. I hope this helped, and if you like this video, please drop it a like, and if you feel comfortable to do so, please comment down below. I'd love to hear your story, or just hear that you claim the reading. And if you like content like this, please subscribe, because I would love to make more content like this for you. Okay, I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's have a look at the signs you will see before you meet your future spouse. So to begin with, you either are currently in a toxic relationship, or you have came out of a toxic relationship, because we've got the golden mirror, which talks about being self-absorbed, narcissism, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. Okay, I don't think this is you. I think this is what you've been through. And karmic relationship, which is fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Now, I do actually sense or whatever this pattern that you get in with toxic relationships comes from your childhood. I do sense that you may have been quite a codependent child, and then in your adulthood you've kind of been relying on relationships to feel safe. But unfortunately, because you are so open, loving, empathic, you do tend to attract the narcissists and the users and all that kind of stuff. And it's just unfortunate circumstance that empaths and like narcissist types of people are attracted to each other, because the narcissist can tell you that they are Prince Charming, and the empath doesn't feel like anyone's going to lie about that. But they see you empaths from a mile off. They're just like, right, I can devour this one. Okay, let's get back in focus here. Thank you. But Cupid's arrow is saying have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, or meeting, hesitation. Okay, so love is there, love is waiting for you, but for some reason I do think you are holding on to a past relationship here. You're quite obsessively holding on to it. Maybe you think that the person that you're with now is going to be your future spouse, or maybe you think that your most previous ex is going to be your future spouse, and this reading is unfortunately to tell you potentially not, because with the Queen of Swords you are supposed to cut this person out and learn a lesson from this relationship so that you can be healed and you can be well, healed for your future spouse. Like, I do sense with you that love is just around the corner. Your future spouse isn't too far away from you. I do think your future spouse is ready for you now, but you're still holding on to this past relationship or something. You're holding on to something toxic from the past and you're not letting it go. You're not allowing the space in your life to allow your future spouse to come in and take that spot. But what you don't see is as soon as you cut out this past relationship, whether it be physically cut the relationship out if you've not already, or let go of the hurt and the pain through forgiveness, forgiving the person for what they did, because the world looks very different from everybody's eyes, and the world looks very different from a narcissistic person's eyes. They are empty, not because they are empty vessels, not because they're empty souls. They're empty because they've had to empty themselves because they've been so hurt in the past. So if you can forgive the person who hurt you, you get to just go on and live your life. Okay, that's the main thing. You get to go and live your life and enjoy your life without holding on to their shit. But also, you get to understand why they did it, and then you understand they did it because they're messed up, not because you're messed up, or not because there's anything wrong with you. So it's just being able to be released left, right and centre as soon as you forgive someone. So if you are holding on to something because you can't forgive, you really need to learn to forgive, because on the other side of this you've got the Queen of Cups and the Sun, and I do feel like the Queen of Cups is you. It's who you're going to be for your future spouse. Compassionate, warm, caring, healing, supportive. Like, that is you at your essence. And by holding on to this previous relationship, you're downgrading yourself. Okay, you're supposed to be the Queen of Cups, the Queen of emotions. Okay, proper like motherly kind of intuitive vibes. Like, you're so motherly and loving, and you're wasting it on toxic people. And you have the ability to really light up your soul with the Sun here. The Sun is the most positive tarot card in the deck, and you guys have it. Okay, so I am actually sensing a bit of a twin flame situation here. So I have got the South Node, and funnily enough, every single reading I've done so far, the South Node has come out, because guys, this is your future spouse. So of course you've got some kind of past life connection with them, because the South Node is connected to the past life. But I do sense a twin flame situation here, because I do sense that your future spouse has had their own struggles in relationships. Now, they are very much in the mindset of focusing on work, focusing on healing. I definitely think they're on a healing journey right now, because we've got Yang energy, and that is forward movement with the 8th house, which is all about transformation. So they're healing from their own woes. And I do think there has been an imbalance in their past relationship too, where they have been quite hard done by, very similar to you. I do think you and your future spouse are a pair of intuitive empaths, and you have both fell in the hands of like narcissists or people that have abused your love and your kindness. So when you meet, and with opposition, I do sense the twin flame thing here, because you are opposing each other. You are the same but different. Like, of course, I mean, you're not twins in the womb, do you know what I mean? So you are different, but you're opposing each other. You're the same, you're twins, you're mirroring each other, okay? And I do think you both needed to go through this tension and struggle within your either current relationships or your last relationship, so that you know what you want now. You know how to spot someone who's going to take advantage of you, but you also are both very sure in what you want, so that when you meet each other, you know that you're going to hold on to each other forever. Like, you are the one for me. Like, there is no one who is more matched for me than you. But yes, I do sense a twin flame thing going on here, but it does make sense because we also have union. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. And twin flame is a soul counterpart. You come from the same soul, okay? This could be the same soul family, but I do feel like you come from the same soul, okay? You are part of the same soul. You're both on the same journey. You're both on the same life journey. You actually could end up getting together and not only healing each other from your pasts, but actually, I sense a lot with you guys. There were so many cards that came out with you guys, way more cards with you guys than any other deck. So I do think there's more complications here, but that makes sense because twin flame connections can be quite complicated at times. But I sense a lot of things with you guys. I do think you're supposed to come together because you're supposed to inspire people by showing them what true love actually is. Showing people how to overcome challenges. But I also think you may actually do, like, you may work together or do something along those lines together, where you may partner up and do like a project together or something like that. I do sense something with career in the future for you guys as well. Okay. Retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world, and engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And this is it. You need to retreat from either this past relationship or the past hurt that you felt from this past relationship. Because you need to make space for your future spouse. Because once you have ascended past this toxic relationship, you're going to be on the same energetic level and you're going to be drawn to each other. And I do think you're both going to find that you have a very similar childhood as well. And I really do sense family too. I really do sense that you guys are going to... the development for you two is, it's limitless. It's limitless because you really are supposed to be an inspirational couple. Like a couple goals kind of couple. And I also do sense that you're going to find you may find when you start getting over this past relationship, this toxic relationship, a lot of weird electrical occurrences may happen. Maybe your Wi-Fi may connect and disconnect a lot. You may find that your Wi-Fi isn't working. Okay, this is something that I live with all the time. It doesn't matter what provider I'm in, what house I live in, the Wi-Fi just connects, disconnects, connects, disconnects. Like, you cannot get a clear signal when I'm around Wi-Fi. Who knows why? But I do sense this with you, because as you raise your energetic, because the thing is, this past relationship is keeping you dense, and as soon as you let go of that, your vibration is going to heighten, like really heighten. And I do think you're going to start triggering electrical things. I do feel like light bulbs may blow. I mean, you may have put a new light bulb in, a month later it blows again, and you're just like, light bulbs are supposed to last longer than a month. You may find trouble with your Wi-Fi, you may find that your phone starts lagging. I do sense something to do with electromagnetic energy around you. But when you meet your future spouse, okay, bear in mind that that is a sign that your future spouse is coming. But when you meet your future spouse, I actually feel like these electromagnetic disturbances are going to become more frequent and more prominent. I also think you're going to see the number 4. You're going to have a connection with the number 4. So it's going to be 4, 44, 444, or 44, 44. I actually do sense a house with a prominent number 4 in it. It could be an actual number 4 or a number 44 or a number 40 or 400, 4A, 4B. And yes. Because you feel like you're healing from this past relationship, but when you meet your future spouse, you're both going to be able to heal your childhoods as well. I really do feel that. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. Pile number 3. You chose the new jade crystal, which awakens the Kundalini. It's all about that Kundalini energy, that Kundalini awakening, guys. Because I did sense that you're gonna vibrate higher. Could activate the Kundalini, but it is connected to Kundalini awakenings, okay? I don't know whether that's something you're interested in, because I've heard that the Kundalini awakening is supposed to be quite traumatic or intense, okay? But it's well worth it. And enhancing a spiritual connection to SEX, which you will not have had with your toxic past relationships. And this is good news, because you're going to have such a spiritual sexual connection with this person. And when you have that spiritual sexual connection, It's everlasting. And because you've got this south node connection as well, you're going to know what to do to each other's bodies. You're going to really feel like home when you meet this person. And when you see the fours, because number 4 does represent like structure, it also represents the home in astrology. You're going to see the fours because your angels are saying, hey, you're coming home soon. Home is coming, and home is actually going to be this person, your future spouse. Okay, that is your reading. I am going to end it there. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped. If you like this video, please drop it a like, and if you feel comfortable to do so, please comment down below or just tell me that you claim the reading. And if you like content like this, please subscribe, because I would love to make more content like this for you, and I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Picasso Jasper, and I want to see what signs you are going to see before your future spouse enters your life. So to begin with, we got mask, not showing true feelings. Now, I think this could mean a couple of things. I think this can be because you aren't yet open to meeting your future spouse. And I know that sounds a bit weird because you are here watching this, so clearly you want to, but you may be looking at it, I really don't know what I'm saying, so many weird ums today. You may be looking at it from a more superficial standpoint, maybe because you have a lot of people around you who are getting engaged or getting married, but you have to be truly connected to it. You know, do you really want it? Okay, and I think you do. I think when you soul search, you're going to realize that you do really want it, but you're going to realize what you actually want in your future spouse from that soul searching. Because at the moment, I do feel like you want your future spouse and you want him to be good looking and you want him to be sweet and generous and things like that. But I think Spirit is asking you to go inwards and be like, what do you truly want from your future spouse? And that is because your future spouse is getting lined up to come into your life, but Spirit doesn't know who to bring you because you don't yet truly know what you want. So you could easily miss this person, okay? You could easily bypass this person, and Spirit will be like, oh, damn. She's missed her future spouse, or he's missed his future spouse. He's missed his future spouse. But I also think you're going to, I think you are someone who dates a lot. I do think you're somebody, I do sense dating apps with you, okay? I do sense that you get a lot of attention as well. So you're going to have to know exactly what you want in your future spouse and do that inward kind of reflection, because you're going to have to pick them out of a crowd, like a police lineup, like a criminal lineup. Like, you're going to have to pick out which one's your future spouse, that you've got so many suitors and you're having so much attention thrown at you. Spirit is like, please for a moment look inward and see what you want, so that you're going to see your future spouse, because they are coming, okay? So I know that they're coming as well because we've got love call, okay? Someone expresses their love to you. Love is calling, guys. And this is why I do sense it's more of an online thing, like a dating thing, dating app thing, or online, because it's like a call. Do you know what I mean? It's a call. So Spirit is waiting for you to do that inward reflection, because your future spouse is going to come in hot and heavy, okay? This person, I do think this person already sees you and they already like you. So I really do sense like an instant situation here. I do sense that this person's coming in really, really soon. You could actually be dating this person in amongst a couple of other people as well right now. I do think this person's coming really soon if they're not already in your life already, but you just haven't seen them as being the one because you haven't looked inwards to know what you want yet. Now, I do sense that you are going through a period of life now where you're building your own stability. You may have finally found a job that you enjoy, okay? I do sense that as well. You're like, finally, I actually really enjoy this job. And that is another sign that your future spouse is coming, because you actually have some foundations to grow grow on now. Yeah, grow on, build upon. It's definitely online here, guys. Definitely online. Okay. Because it's so easy for you to miss this boat, miss this opportunity, because you're dating everyone as though they are your like future spouse, and there's just one of them there, just one of them who is your destiny. And I do actually think if this person's in your life, or if they're coming in your life, you are going to notice them. You are going to really like this person because they're going to feel like home. But I do think you're going to have this kind of confusion, like, is this a friend? Or is this my future spouse? I think you're going to notice this person because this person is going to ask you quite deep questions from the get-go. They're going to be very adamant to open you up emotionally. And this is going to add to like the intensity. Like, they're going to be quite intense. It's like they want to get to your soul. Where everyone else wants to get into your pants, this one wants to get into your soul. We've got body here as well. You may actually choose to work on your body before your future spouse comes in. Like, you've got this job that's stable, it's not as stressful, you're happy with your life, so you're like, okay, I'm happy to start working on my body now. So you may join a gym, or you actually may switch gyms because you want to go to a better gym that has like a swimming pool or something like that. You want to do something to your body, you want to beautify yourself. You're definitely going to be in a phase of beautifying yourself because you feel safe enough. Like, your life is in a more stable kind of situation where you feel safe now to financially invest into your body, but also you've got more downtime to work out and things like that. Now, your future spouse is, and I do get dating websites with this because we've got Gemini, which is all about curiosity. So I do sense that your future spouse is on the dating websites too. They are looking for the one through the dating websites, but they really have a, they love a beautiful person with Taurus here. Now, this person could have a Taurus Venus, and there could be a Gemini Sun, Moon, or Rising, okay? Because we've got Taurus and Gemini here. I do sense that with Gemini and Taurus, Gemini is those dating websites, and Taurus is the superficiality that comes with the dating websites. They're swiping right, if that's how you say yes to someone, because of people's looks and appearances at the moment. And I do think they're going to see you and they're going to be like, whoa, this one's a little bit more than just good looks. Like, this one's beauty. Like, they look at you like you're beauty. But I do sense you're both on those dating websites. And if you're not on a dating website now, I suggest get on a dating website, because I do believe this is how you're going to meet your future spouse. Now, I do think you are going to, I do think you're going to have like a whole overhaul of your appearance. Like, you're going to put more time into your appearance, you're going to put more time into your body, but I think you're also going to put more time into like your spirituality, like your like emotional body, your inside. Like, you're going to, you may actually decide to start reading books. You may actually change the kind of things you watch on TV. Like, you may decide that you enjoy indulging in more like spiritual content on YouTube, things like that. Like, you may actually delve into like spiritual content, gurus and things like that. You may be in that phase of your life when your future spouse comes. And when you do that, you're going to heighten your like vibration, you're going to open your mind up, and that's what's going to magnetize your future spouse towards you. Or that's going to be when you realize, that's going to be when you actually look inwards, obviously, and tell yourself, oh yeah, I know what I want in my future spouse now. And that's just like, you know, Bob that I'm dating. Or you're going to swipe right to this person that normally maybe you wouldn't have. I do actually sense your future spouse may look a bit kind of, not hippie, because I don't want to be too like stereotypical when I say that, but they may have an aspect to them that could be considered quite hippie, and maybe that wasn't your type before. But maybe if you see them with like a piece of jewellery, like a kind of bracelet that's very spiritual or something like that, you may go, oh, I'll swipe right to that one, because they're clearly into the kind of stuff that I'm looking into now. Now I do sense that this could be a twin flame relationship, okay, because you've got 1111, which is one of those twin flame indications, but I do think you are going to see 1111 on the clock, but I do think you're going to see it for two reasons. I think you're going to start seeing 1111 pop up in your life because you are opening yourself up spiritually, and you are pushing yourself through a whole door of like enlightenment and all that kind of stuff. But it's going to be that magnetizes your future spouse towards you. You're going to have that spiritual kind of interest in common. Like, you're probably going to talk about spirituality and maybe even paranormal stuff on like your first date and things like that, because you have both found yourselves delving into that kind of content and those kind of teachings in the recent in the time where you actually start dating and things like that. But I really do sense a very strong energy of self-discovery and discovery of the world around you after you've discovered the self. And I do think you're both going to be going through this same transition at the same time. So you could be twin flames, but you could also both be walking through your own door of like self-realization and self-development at the same time. So look out for 1111, or even just look out for the ones, okay? It doesn't matter how many ones it is. 11, it could be 111, it could be 1111, okay? Look out for that. Also, we have got exciting and adventurous and accomplished here. And I do think with exciting and adventurous, we have 555. This talks about change. This could be talking about you making a change to your physical body around the time that this person comes into your life. You make a change and my gosh, people see it. And we also pulled the palace for you, the palace charm, and that talks about, like, for me personally, I feel like it's like your body is your temple, like you're starting to work on your temple. And with accomplished, I actually do think this is your future spouse. I think your future spouse could be quite accomplished. And this is why they're attracted to you, because you've recently gained this stability in your life. And now you both have a very strong foundation to build upon together. Okay, I'm going to see whether the romance angels have any extra information for me here. But yeah, there is a lot going on. But the first thing you need to do is look inwards and ask yourself, what do you want in your future husband? Chemistry, okay, there is a strong magnetic attraction here, and it could genuinely be because of this twin flame connection. But I think this could be a twin flame connection or soulmate connection for whoever's watching, okay? I don't only sense twin flames here, I sense both. And children, your love life is being affected by children. Now, I actually did pull the mother and son charm out of here, and I put it back because I thought, I don't know whether either of these has a child. I'm going to get it out again. It came out of the palace. So one of you may have children, and you may notice your future spouse because they may have a child from a previous relationship. So yeah, that's what happens when you ignore spirit, when they pop a charm out for you. They just confirm it through the love angels. All right then, so you guys chose the 𝒂𝒆𝒍𝒆 heart, and the 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒆 helps you feel more free and outgoing. So guys, I do think you're both going to be looking for more. When you find this stability in your life, this stability that's coming for you, you're going to look for more. And I do think you're going to find that when you put the work into yourself and when you open yourself up spiritually, that's true freedom. And I do think this is a value, a life value that you're both going to share. Okay, part number 4, that was your reading. I hope this resonated. And if you like this reading, please drop it a like. If you feel comfortable to do so, I would love you to comment down below. And if you like content like this, please subscribe, because I love making content like this for you. And I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye.